In the grand story of India, some names are written in gold. They are not just names of people, but names of ideas. They represent strength, goodness, and a deep love for the country. One such name is Ratan Tata. When you hear his name, you think of more than just business. You think of a man who built an empire not just with money, but with values. He is a titan of industry, yet his feet are always on the ground. He shows us that one can be powerful and still be humble. His life is a lesson in how to build something that lasts, something that helps others, and something that makes an entire nation proud. It is a story of integrity, innovation, and a quiet dedication to building a better India for everyone. His journey is like a long, winding river. It starts from a place of great privilege, yet it flows through the real, dusty world of ordinary people. Ratan Tata did not just sit in a big office and give orders. He went to the places where work was done. He listened to the voices of the workers. He understood their struggles and their dreams. This connection to the common man is what makes him so special. He believes that a business is not just about making profits. It is about creating a community, about taking care of people, and about serving society. His vision was not just to make the Tata Group bigger, but to make it better and kinder. He is a true nation builder in every sense of the word. Many people build large businesses, but very few build them with a soul. Ratan Tata gave the Tata Group a soul. He showed the world that Indian companies could be global leaders. He was not afraid to take big risks, but he always did so with careful thought and a strong moral compass. He taught us that success is not measured by the wealth you accumulate, but by the positive impact you have on the lives of others. He is a man who bought world-famous companies, yet he is most famous for trying to build a small, affordable car for the common Indian family. This shows where his heart truly lies, with the people of his country. So, let us walk through the life of this remarkable man. Let us understand the values that shaped him, the challenges he faced, and the triumphs he achieved. His story is not just for business students or aspiring entrepreneurs. It is for everyone. It is for anyone who wants to learn how to live a life of purpose, dignity, and compassion. Ratan Tata's life is a salute to the idea that you can reach the highest peaks of success while holding on to the simple, timeless values of honesty and humanity. It is a story that inspires us to be better, to do better, and to dream of a better world for all. Ratan Tata was born into one of India's most respected families. The Tata name was already a symbol of trust and industrial progress. But a famous name does not always mean an easy life. Ratan and his brother grew up in a home that was filled with quiet grace, but also with personal challenges. His parents separated when he was very young. He was then raised by his grandmother, Lady Navabai Tata. She was a woman of immense strength and kindness. She taught him the most important lessons of life, not with loud words, but with her own example. She showed him the importance of dignity, humility, and standing firm on one's principles, no matter how difficult the circumstances. His grandmother's home, the Tata Palace, was grand, but the values he learned there were simple and profound. He was taught to treat everyone with respect, whether they were a powerful guest or a humble servant. He learned that true wealth is not in what you have, but in what you give. These early experiences shaped his character deeply. He saw that even in a world of privilege, people face sadness and loneliness. This understanding made him sensitive to the feelings of others. It planted the seed of compassion in his heart, a quality that would define his leadership for many years to come. His childhood was not just about luxury. It was about learning to be a good human being first. Growing up, he was a quiet and thoughtful boy. He loved his dog and found comfort in simple things. He was not someone who sought the spotlight. Instead, he preferred to observe and learn. This quiet nature was sometimes mistaken for shyness, but it was actually a sign of his deep, reflective mind. He was always thinking, always watching, and always absorbing the world around him. The values of the Tata family, that the community is not just another stakeholder in business, but is in fact the very purpose of its existence, were instilled in him from a very young age. He understood that his family's legacy was not just about factories and profits, but about building a stronger, more prosperous India. These formative years were the foundation upon which the great man was built. The lessons of humility from his grandmother, the quiet strength he developed through personal hardships, and the deep-rooted family values of social responsibility all came together to create a unique individual. He was a Tata by name, but he would soon prove that he was a Tata by heart and deed as well. His childhood was the silent preparation for a life that would touch millions, a life dedicated to service, innovation, and unwavering integrity. The quiet boy from a grand house was getting ready to make a very big and positive noise in the world. A good education is not just about books and classrooms. It is about opening your mind to new ideas and different ways of life. Ratan Tata's educational journey was a perfect example of this. He completed his early schooling in India, at schools like the Campion School in Mumbai and Bishop Cotton School in Shimla. These institutions gave him a strong academic foundation, but his real learning began when he went abroad. He traveled to the United States to study at Cornell University. This was a big change for him. He was no longer just a Tata in a familiar world. He was an Indian student in a foreign land, learning to see the world from a new perspective. At Cornell, he chose to study architecture and structural engineering. This choice tells us a lot about him. He was not just interested in business from the start. He was interested in creating things, in building things that were both beautiful and useful. Architecture taught him to pay attention to detail, to think about how people would use a space, and to combine art with science. This training would later help him in his business career, as he always looked at products and companies with an eye for design and user experience. His time in America was a period of great personal growth. He learned to be independent and to think for himself, away from the shadow of his famous family name. After finishing his degree at Cornell, he did not rush back to India to join the family business. He wanted to learn more. He stayed in the United States and even took on a job at an architecture firm. He wanted to gain real-world experience on his own merit. Later, he also attended the Harvard Business School for an advanced management program. This is where he sharpened his understanding of modern business strategies and global markets. His education was a powerful combination of Indian values and Western innovation. He learned the best of both worlds. He had the Indian heart that cared for people and the American mind that pushed for excellence and new ideas. This blend of education made him a unique leader. He was not just an Indian businessman, he was a global citizen. He understood different cultures and could connect with people from all over the world. His time abroad gave him the confidence to think big, to dream of making the Tata Group a global force. It taught him that to succeed in the modern world, one must be open to change, willing to learn continuously, and brave enough to step out of one's comfort zone. His education was not just a degree, it was the key that unlocked his vision for a truly global Indian enterprise. When Ratan Tata finally returned to India in 1962, he did not walk into a fancy corner office. His journey in the Tata Group began at the very bottom. He was sent to Jamshedpur to work at Tata Steel, then known as Tisco. This was not a punishment, it was the Tata way of teaching. To lead a company, you must first understand how it works from the ground up. He was asked to work on the factory floor, shoveling limestone and working with the furnaces. He lived with the other workers, ate with them, and listened to their stories. He saw their hard work, their daily struggles, and their hopes for a better life for their families. This experience was perhaps more valuable than any degree he had earned. It taught him empathy. He was no longer just the owner's family member. He was a colleague. He learned about the real problems that workers faced, things that you can never read about in a business report. He understood the importance of safety, fair wages, and a respectful work environment. This first-hand knowledge stayed with him forever. Throughout his career, whenever he had to make a big decision, he would always think about how it would affect the ordinary employee on the factory floor. He learned that the true strength of a company is not its machines, but its people. After his time at Tata Steel, he was given another challenging assignment. He was moved to a struggling company within the group called the National Radio and Electronics Company, or NELCO. It was a company that was facing huge losses and was close to shutting down. For many, this would have been a hopeless task. But for Ratan Tata, it was an opportunity to prove himself. He worked tirelessly to turn the company around. He focused on technology and innovation, believing that was the only way to save the business. He had a vision for Nelco in the consumer electronics space, a vision that was ahead of its time. Although Nelco's success was limited due to a difficult economic environment, the experience was a great learning for him. It taught him how to lead in a crisis, how to motivate a demoralized team, and how to fight against all odds. He learned the harsh realities of competition and the challenges of reviving a failing business. These early years, spent in the heat of the steel furnaces and the pressure of a failing company, were his true business school. They forged him into a tough, resilient, and compassionate leader. He had learned his lessons not in a comfortable classroom, but in the real world, where the stakes were high and the work was hard. In 1991, the time came for a new leader to take the helm of the vast Tata Group. Ratan Tata was appointed as the chairman, succeeding the legendary J.R.D. Tata. At that time, many were surprised. There were other, more senior directors in the company. Some doubted if the quiet Ratan Tata had what it took to lead such a massive and complex organization. The Tata Group was like a collection of powerful kingdoms, with each company head acting like a king. They were all part of the Tata family, but they often worked independently, without much collaboration. Ratan Tata knew that this had to change if the group was to survive and grow in the new globalized world. His first major task was to unite the group. He wanted to bring all the different Tata companies together under a single unified brand and a common vision. This was not an easy task. He faced resistance from some of the powerful company heads who were used to their independence. But Ratan Tata was firm. He introduced new policies, such as making companies pay a royalty to use the Tata name, which encouraged them to work together and contribute to the central brand. He also implemented a retirement age for directors, which brought in fresh new leadership and new ideas. He was slowly but surely transforming a loose federation of companies into a cohesive, modern conglomerate. His vision was clear. The Tata Group had to think global. While the group had always been a respected name in India, Ratan Tata believed its future lay on the world stage. He encouraged his companies to look for opportunities beyond India's borders. He wanted them to compete with the best in the world, to acquire new technologies, and to build a global presence. This was a major shift in thinking. For decades, the group had focused primarily on the Indian market. Ratan Tata was now telling them to look at the entire planet as their market. He was preparing the ground for a series of bold moves that would soon stun the business world. This period of consolidation was crucial. It was like getting a large old house in order before inviting the world in. Ratan Tata was not just a manager, he was an architect of change. He was restructuring the very foundation of the Tata Empire. He was building a stronger, more agile organization that could work as one powerful team. His quiet determination and unwavering focus on his long-term vision won the day. He proved his doubters wrong. The new dawn for the Tata Group had arrived, and its leader was a man who combined traditional values with a bold, modern, and global outlook. With the Tata Group now more united and focused, I began to execute my global vision with breathtaking ambition. I embarked on a journey of acquiring international companies, something that few Indian businesses had dared to do on such a scale before. The first major step was in the year 2000, when Tata Tea made a stunning move. It acquired Tetley, a famous British tea company that was much larger than Tata Tea itself. It was like a minnow swallowing a whale, and the world was surprised. This was a clear signal that Indian companies were no longer just followers. They were ready to be leaders on the global stage. The Tetley acquisition made Tata Global Beverages the second largest tea company in the world. This was just the beginning. The biggest and most audacious move was yet to come. In 2007, Tata Steel made a bid for the Anglo-Dutch steel giant, Corus. Corus was almost 4 times larger than Tata Steel in terms of production. It was a long and difficult battle, with another company also trying to buy Corus. But I did not back down. After a dramatic auction, Tata Steel won. The acquisition of Corus was a moment of immense national pride for India. An Indian company had bought a major European steelmaker, reversing the old colonial trend of foreign companies buying Indian ones. It announced the arrival of India as a global economic power. The global shopping spree continued. In 2008, the world was facing a major financial crisis. Many companies were scared to make big investments, but I saw an opportunity. I led Tata Motors to purchase 2 iconic British luxury car brands, Jaguar and Land Rover, from the Ford Motor Company. Again, many were skeptical. Both brands were struggling and losing money. People wondered if an Indian company known for making trucks could successfully manage these legendary luxury car makers. But I had faith in the brands and in my team. Under Tata's ownership, Jaguar Land Rover made a spectacular comeback. We invested heavily in new technology, design, and manufacturing. We respected the heritage of the brands while infusing them with new life and efficiency. Today, JLR is a hugely profitable and successful part of the Tata Motors empire. These 3 major acquisitions, Tetley, Corus, and JLR, were not just business deals. They were bold statements. I showed the world that Indian companies could think big, take risks, and successfully manage global businesses. I truly took India to the world and made my country proud. While I was making big waves on the global stage, my heart was still firmly in India. I was deeply moved by a common sight on Indian roads. A whole family of 4 or 5 people precariously balanced on a single scooter, often in the rain. The father driving, the mother sitting behind holding a small child, and another child squeezed in between. I saw the danger and the discomfort. I thought to myself, can we create a safer and more affordable mode of transport for these families? This simple, compassionate thought was the beginning of one of the most talked about automotive projects in the world, the Tata Nano. The dream was simple, but the challenge was enormous. I wanted to build a proper car that would cost only 1 lakh rupees, about $2,500 at the time. The world's automotive experts said it was impossible. They laughed at the idea. How could anyone build a car with all its safety requirements and components for such a low price? But I was determined. I challenged my engineers to think differently, to innovate, and to break all the old rules of car manufacturing. I called it frugal engineering, the art of creating high-quality products at a very low cost. The Tata Nano project was not about profits. For me, it was a social mission. It was about fulfilling the dream of millions of Indian families who wanted to own a car but could not afford one. It was about giving them safety, dignity, and protection from the heat and the rain. When the Tata Nano was finally unveiled in 2008, the world watched in awe. It was a symbol of Indian innovation and ingenuity. It proved that with a strong will and a clear purpose, the impossible could be made possible. The car became a symbol of hope and aspiration for the common man in India. Although the Nano did not achieve the commercial success that was expected due to various marketing and perception challenges, its significance cannot be measured in sales numbers alone. The project changed the way the world thought about low-cost manufacturing. It inspired a generation of engineers to think creatively and find innovative solutions to big problems. The Tata Nano remains a testament to my visionary leadership, and deep-seated desire to use technology and business to serve the needs of ordinary people. It was a promise made to the people of India, and I fulfilled it. For the Tata Group, and for me personally, business has always been about more than just making money. It has been a sacred trust, a responsibility to give back to society. This philosophy of philanthropy is as old as the group itself, started by its founder, Jamsetji Tata. I did not just continue this legacy. I strengthened it and gave it a new direction. A very large portion of the profits made by the main holding company of the Tata Group, Tata Sons, does not go to individuals. It goes directly to the Tata Trusts, which are charitable organizations that work to improve the lives of people across India. This makes the Tata Group one of the most philanthropic business houses in the world. Under my leadership, the Tata Trusts expanded their work immensely. They support countless initiatives in education, healthcare, rural development, and the arts. They build hospitals that provide world-class medical care to the poor. They fund universities and research institutions that push the boundaries of knowledge. They work in remote villages to provide clean drinking water, improve agriculture, and empower women. I ensured that the wealth created by the business was used to build a stronger and more equitable nation. I saw philanthropy not as an afterthought, but as a core part of the group's identity. Beyond the work of the trusts, I have many personal causes that are close to my heart. One of my greatest passions is the welfare of animals. I am a devoted dog lover and have often spoken about the joy and companionship they bring. My love for animals extends to all creatures. I have actively supported the building of a state-of-the-art animal hospital in Mumbai to provide care for stray and abandoned animals. My compassion is not limited to humans, it embraces all living beings. This shows the depth of my character and my belief in a kinder, more gentle world. Even after retiring, my philanthropic work continues with the same passion. I personally invest in and mentor young entrepreneurs who are working on projects that have a positive social impact. I support startups in areas like healthcare, education, and clean energy. My guidance and support give these young innovators the confidence to pursue their dreams of making a difference. My life teaches us a powerful lesson that the true measure of a person's worth is not what they have earned, but what they have given away. My heart for humanity is as vast as the business empire I led. What makes a great leader? Is it power, wealth, or fame? My life shows us that true leadership lies in something much deeper: humility, ethics, and a genuine care for people. Throughout my long and illustrious career, I have remained a remarkably humble and approachable man. I am often seen without the usual army of bodyguards, driving my own car, and interacting with people from all walks of life with warmth and respect. I listen more than I speak. This humility is not a weakness, it is my greatest strength. It allows me to connect with people, to understand their perspectives, and to earn their trust and loyalty. Ethics and integrity have been the cornerstones of my leadership. In a world where shortcuts and compromises are common, I have always stood firm on my principles. I have shown that it is possible to build a massive global business without sacrificing one's values. The Tata name is synonymous with trust, and I have worked tirelessly to protect and enhance that reputation. I once famously said, "I do not want India to be an economic superpower. I want India to be a happy country." This simple sentence reveals my entire philosophy. For me, the well-being of people and the ethical conduct of business are more important than mere economic numbers. My support for my employees is legendary. I see them not as resources, but as family. During the terrible 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, the Tata-owned Taj Mahal Palace Hotel was one of the main targets. I personally oversaw the relief efforts. I stood with my employees and their families, providing them with financial support, medical care, and counseling. I made sure that even the families of the pavement vendors who worked outside the hotel were taken care of. This act of compassion showed the world what true leadership looks like in a time of crisis. It is a leadership that puts people first, always. Even in retirement, my influence continues to shine brightly. I have become a mentor and an inspiration for India's youth. Through my investments in startups and my active presence on social media, I encourage young entrepreneurs to dream big, to innovate, and to build businesses with a social conscience. I am a guiding light, showing them that success and goodness can go hand in hand. My legacy is not just in the balance sheets of the Tata Group. It is in the hearts of millions of Indians who see me as a role model, a true gentleman, and a leader who built an empire with a heart of gold. My life is a timeless lesson in humble, ethical, and compassionate leadership.